All right, we've got a Fredo here, continuing again with our classic things of him not jumping up, offering that sit, recall, really needs that, need to get that attention on us. The down is doing really wonderful, actually getting into that. That was a little bit of a struggle last week, but I'm bringing my hand down, he's going right into it. So started working on our verbal cue for going into that down, and then also a little bit of our stay. So I think I mentioned last time, I like to start our stay in the down position because it is a lot easier for them to actually hold that. I want to set them up for success with that. So let's get that attention on us. Fredo! Oh, Fredo! Good boy. Sit. Good job. Yeah, that's a good boy. And then we're doing pretty good getting into sit. Down. Good job. Good. That's awesome. And what I'm actually going to start doing is once we get into that down, I'm just going to keep on rewarding for it. Good. For staying in that, and then a release word, break, and I can toss a treat or I can run away from there before I add that verbal cue, stay on. So our sit and down are just get into that position. I don't care how long you hold it for. We just want that position. We're not going to add duration on those because how often do we just ask them to sit? And 1 second sit is fine. We don't want to have them hold that all of the time just because we're asking for it a lot of the time. So we want to have our stay on there. And we want to have that behavior, same with everything else. We want the behavior to happen before we start adding a verbal cue on it. So we get them into that. Fredo, come. Good boy. Good job. Go get that. Let's get no food in our hand too. Sit. Down. Good boy. Good job. Good. Ah. Break. Good boy. Go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Good job. So again, two things that we're working on here is getting that verbal cue of the down. So we have that sit on there of just the sit. He's offering it. I want us to start working on that verbal cue now that he's doing it. So no food in our hand. Remove that food from there. We'll say the verbal cue. Even count in your head, Mississippi, and then bring them into it. We're going to create that our word is a predictor of our hand signal. Down. Good boy. And we're also going to start fading out that. Good job. That hand lure, this is awesome too. See, he flipped to that side because he knows he's going to be here for a while. So he's getting comfy, and that's exactly what I want to see. So even if it takes a minute for him to be able to get into that position, we're just going to wait him out. Break. Good boy. Good job. Fredo. Sit. Down. Of course, if he loses that attention, good boy, good job. Yeah, good boy there. That's awesome. We're going to get faster and faster and faster with it every single time, and then we'll start fading out that lure. I did have a treat in my hand, not on purpose, just on accident. We all make mistakes, but I'd rather not have a treat in our hand. Break. Good boy. And now I'm going to start adding that verbal stay cue on. We're also going to pair that with a very good job. I like you looking at me instead of sniffing, Mr. Beagle. We're going to have a very consistent hand cue with that. A lot of the other ones, we can remove that hand signal if we'd like. I like to keep our stay very, very clear because sit and stay and shake and a lot of sounds are going to be very similar to all of our words. So I want to make sure that we're very consistent with that hand signal of asking them to actually stay. What do you smell, huh? Ready? Sit. Down. Good. And especially with that verbal cue, I'm always marking the moment he gets into it. I forgot to add that stay, but that's okay. We'll do it next time. Break. Good boy. I'm also variable with the amount of time I'm asking him to hold it. I don't want it to be longer and longer every time. I want it to be longer and then shorter and then longer than before and then shorter and then longer than before and then shorter and then shorter and shorter and then longer than before. I want to be very variable so he never knows when he's going to get released, because we don't want to build a pattern. That's the worst thing we can do with stay, is build a pattern. I also don't want us to be practicing the stay and just walking away. I want us to work on first no distractions, just a long duration stay of us next to him, and then we'll start adding those distractions. It's better to set him up for success than failure. Down. Good boy, good job. And here's where I'll add stay. You didn't see the hand signal, but that's okay, I said the word. And also take a notice where I'm putting that reinforcement. Right in front of his two paws to prompt us to stay down a little bit longer. And because if I reinforce too high, he's going to jump up to grab that reward. Break, good boy, go get it, good job. Yeah, that's a good boy, that's a good puppy. Good job. So once I'm able to, so I'm kind of rewarding about every 3 to 5 seconds. Once we're able to have almost 10 seconds, no movement, no rewarding, and no him getting up, then we can start adding some movement of us, and I'll do a quick demo of that, but you'll likely have to work on that. I don't know when I see you next. I think I don't remember. On Saturday. You're my puppy. I get to see you all the time. So yeah, throughout the week going forward, working on just the duration of going into it, and also working on that verbal cue of a down, down. Good, smart puppy. Stay. I want to make sure he actually sees it this time. Stay. If he breaks it, that's what I wanted us to do as well. We're going to lure him back into that down. Stay. Good boy. No food in our hand. Lure back in. Only thing we're going to say when he breaks it, even we can say nothing, or we can mark it and do an Good job. And we're going to bring him back into it, and we're not going to release him immediately after. You can give him some time. Break. Good boy. Give him some time in the position before you release him. And also make sure that when you are releasing him, he's actually releasing himself. Because if we say release, and then we walk away and he's not actually releasing himself, and he waits 10 seconds and then he releases himself, did you release him or did he release himself? He thinks he releases himself. So we want to make sure he knows that the word actually means to be released from that. Oh, down. Down. Nice boy. Nice boy. Good. Again, I forgot to ask for a stay. That's okay. Building that behavior over the verbal cue is good to start. So now we're going to do break. Good job. Let's see if we can get a full 10 seconds. Sorry, this might be a long video. I haven't even thought about how long it might be. Down. Good boy, that's good. Stay. Good. 5 seconds in, we get a reward. Shouldn't be prepping. Good. Another 5 seconds in, we get a reward. Good. Break. Break. Good boy. That's a good Fredo. Always so sweet. Ready? Sit. I'll do one more, and I'll start adding some movement. Sit. Down. Good boy. Stay. So we're going to start with just getting up. One step up, reward. One step up, reward. And that's how we want that duration first, because you're going to start rewarding after every movement we make. One step back, reward. And I click once I finish the action. Good boy. So I step back, step forward, and that's where I'm going to click. Break, good boy. Break. Yeah, good job. And start doing that. We're going to do it around. I have some pattern there to start, but then we want to start doing around him, backwards different ways. Don't make it the same every single time. Also, don't walk away and release from far away. Do your best to release close to him when you're near him, because we don't want to get into the habit of, okay, my owner's 10 feet away. That's when I normally get released. We want to make sure it's, first of all, variable where you release, and also different in the patterns.